Welcome, everyone, to the City of Tempe Housing Authority quarterly meeting in the Harry E. Mitchell Government Center. The time is now Thursday, January 13th. Actually, the date is now Thursday, January 13th, 2022. The time is 5:42 p.m. Members of the public who attend the meeting physically will be asked to maintain distance between other parties, and masks will be required for all attendees per City of Tempe policy. Alternatively, members of the public may attend the meeting virtually through Cisco WebEx events by visiting tempe.gov/clerk for more information. Housing Authority board meetings can also be watched in real time via Cox Cable Channel 11 and at tempe.gov/tempe11. Item number 1, call to the audience. The Housing Authority Board welcomes public comment at this time only for items listed on this agenda, and there is a 3-minute time limit per speaker. Karen, were there any comments or requests to speak from the public? Any comments or requests to speak from the public?
Carla's handling that.
Carla's handling it. Oh, Carla.
Yes.
All right, Carla, you there?
I've received nothing electronically, and if Karen has nothing in chambers, we're
All
good
right.
to go.
See, I see Carla. I'm hearing your voice, but I'm looking at Karen, so it's. All right, so no comments from the public, which means we're going to move to item number 2, which is the approval of City of Tempe Housing Authority meeting minutes for November 9th, 2021. Is there a motion? Moved by Board Member Garland. Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved by Board Member seconded by Board Member Drummond. I'm going to go ahead and take a roll call vote. Board Member Garland?
Aye.
Board Member Drummond?
Aye.
Board Member Keating?
Aye. Yes.
Board Member Navarro?
Aye.
Board Member Arredondo Savage?
Aye, Mayor.
Board Member Cubie?
Aye.
Board Member Adams? And I vote aye as well. That item passes 6-0 with Board Member Adams absent. The next item is Housing Authority Governing Board quarterly update for the quarter ended December 31st, 2021. And I'm going to go ahead and call upon Levon Lamy for an update. Levon.
Good evening, Housing Authority Governing Board. I am Levon Lamy, Deputy Human Services Director, specifically assigned to Housing Services. Tonight, we'll be providing an update on the activities for the Housing Authority Governing Board for the quarter ended December 31st, 2021.
What's on your screen there?
Me. It's like, sorry. There we go. Thank you. We'll also be providing an update on a temporary transitional housing equal access policy. We will be asking for board's concurrence to move forward with the policy as it was provided in your packet a little bit later in the presentation. We will also be providing an update on the Hometown for All initiative and other operations. So for the base program operations and for the budget authority and current reserves, at this point, there is very little update from the last board meeting. We are still operating on a continuing resolution that is not set to expire at this point until February 18th. So all budgets have remained static and are being carried forward until such time as a new budget is allocated or a new continuing resolution is approved. Moving into our base PHA operations as far as the Family Self-Sufficiency Program, we're successful in resecuring this grant for another year. This year, we were actually able to increase our staffing for the coordinator position. We have received enough funding for one full-time position for many years. We are receiving enough funding for 1.5 positions. So that will allow us to greatly expand our family self-sufficiency operations, not only with housing authority participants, but with other folks who tenant-based rental assistance, TBRA, Bridge, some of the other programs that would benefit from self-sufficiency. One thing I would like to just kind of point out as an aside, we did do our what home means to me drawing, and we have updated our pictures on the presentations. So, you know, we update those about once a year, but I wanted to point out we got some new pictures for us. Moving into the additional programming for the base public housing authority, our Bridge and Bridge 2 programs, we had 25 units in each of those. Those programs are not going to be presented on in the future. Those were programs we ran in conjunction with Access and the state. A statewide housing administrator was selected, so we absorbed all of those folks into our program, and that program has now moved on to the statewide administrator for those specialty populations. For our home TBRA, that remains the same at the $1.4 million, and it is fully utilized between current participants and waiting list. Now, moving into the affiliate and our joint programmatic activity. For the temporary transitional housing project, the city of Tempe acquired a 40-unit motel that is being utilized as a temporary transitional housing facility for folks who are homeless, on the verge of homelessness, 0 to 30% area median income. With that, because of the funding that is being utilized and some of the public housing authority resources that are going towards this, we did need to develop and implement an equal access policy. This policy ensures that regardless of actual or perceived sexual orientation, gender identity, or marital status, you have access to this facility. The entire policy was included in the board packet for tonight, so we are asking for consensus from the board to move forward with that policy as drafted and presented, or if there are any changes or revisions, you know, we definitely need that.
Sounds good. So you don't need a formal vote, you just need consensus.
Yes, sir.
All right. Does anyone have any concerns about what Levon is raising, or do we have consensus to let it move forward?
I'm good, Mayor.
All right.
See, super easy.
Perfect. Thank you. So, and then for the affiliate activities, we are at 102 units at this time. We are still maintaining our 10-year capital improvement and replacement plan and operating these units as self-sustaining by design. We currently have around $150,000 in cash restricted for repair, maintenance, and capital maintenance of the units. We are maintaining the methodology of the first year, 100% of net proceeds from the rental of these units goes into savings for repair, maintenance, and capital. Each year thereafter, 20% of gross rents go into savings, and the remainder is available for use to help assist with other housing items. So that may include renovations of units that were acquired, that may be acquiring new units that could be permanently affordable rentals, but that income goes back into the program to continue expanding affordable housing. As an update on other affiliate activity at the Hometown for All initiative, which was a Tempe City Council initiative, that is to promote and help encourage the development, preservation of affordable and workforce housing. It does have restricted use of the funds, acquisition of land for assemblage, acquisition of workforce rental units at 81 to 120 AMI, funding the incentivization of development, and an 81 to 120 down payment assistance program. The income from that is anticipated to be somewhere between $2 and $4 million a year. As we move into the next slide, there hasn't been a lot of movement on new cash or pledges that have been coming in. However, today when I opened the mail, we did receive one of the pledges had come in, so we'll be making that adjustment and updating this for the next board meeting. But we are definitely moving forward with that. Moving into the additional activity, housing navigation. Again, we have 2 full-time housing navigators. Over the last 3 months, they assisted 647 families. Over the last year, it is just short of 2,000 individual households. Not all of them were program participants that they assisted with locating affordable rentals or units that were affordable to them, both ways. We also would like to mention that on tonight's City Council agenda, the Tempe City Council will be have a request for council action to approve the extension of a non-congregate shelter through December 31st of 2022. That is pending council action. As it relates to the Housing Authority Governing Board, the housing staff and some of the housing funds and vouchers do go in to help assist and support these non-congregate shelter items and provide permanent housing options. So that does become part of our operating activities in the future. As part of the American Rescue Plan Act, there were funds that were allocated through HUD to come through the home program. The city of Tempe as a municipality's entitlement is approximately $2.5 million. One of the requirements for that funding is that the municipality coordinate and consult with the corresponding public housing authority and public housing authority governing board. In our case, we happen to be one in the same municipality and borders, so we will come back at the next board meeting to present on the items that the City Council approved for uses of those funds, which would then support the Public Housing Authority activities. And this is also part of the funding that comes in through the Maricopa County Home Consortia. So that will conclude the updates for the activities through December 31st, 2021. If any of the board members have any questions or needed additional information.
Wonderful, Levon. Thank you again. Does any board member have any questions? Once again, hearing none. Levon, once again, doing such an exceptional job. There are once again no questions.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. With that said, thank you so much. Given that those are all the items for the Housing Authority meeting, we're going to go ahead and adjourn at 5:54 p.m. and we'll start the formal council meeting in 6 minutes.